Howdy ho, neighbors. Welcome to Sunday Night Ragchew.
Howdy, howdy, y'all. How's everybody doing?
My dad used to say, mildewing.
Mildewing. We've had enough rain and fog. We had a foggy morning this morning.
Yes, we did. My wheel's not working.
That was really cool to drive through the fog this morning. I really enjoyed it.
Just want to point out that Samad is still my last subscriber on YouTube. So go people. Any of you newbies, subscribe to me so this name moves down one and kicks off Michael's getting out in life.
There you go.
Welcome. D. Avenue Tectonics, Bill, 45 Auto, who will hopefully not be put in timeout tonight. Chris.
Did you turn that off?
I said it.
Okay, so he gave the wave, so we didn't get it.
Yeah,
so,
I said it to something different.
So is it a challenge to find out what the difference is?
Yeah.
Can we trip the nanny?
I knew 45 would. I knew he would immediately test it.
Okay, it works. Somebody tripped the nanny.
Actually, you know what? I need to check. Let me make sure. Hold on. Throat's still bad, guys. I think it's a full-blown sinus infection. Cloudbot manage on Streamlabs. Okay. Got it. I just don't know why I can't. I wish I could chat in the main thing here with OBS. For some reason, it doesn't let me. Oh no, I disabled it. I never re-enabled it.
Oh.
I'll just say this. The timeout isn't as bad. How about that?
This is a G-rated show.
Again, oh shoot, I forgot to go in Discord. Hold on.
Oh.
There's D. What's up, D? Or Nightcry. Oh, there was a.
So
okay.
Do we have any censorship, Paul, that they can play with?
Oh yeah, 45 Auto should try that again.
Go for 45 Auto. What happens when you turn it up? She drinks a lot.
With the little patient spot. I've actually been thinking, and it's funny that Jason mentioned, Jason mentioned today on Ham Radio 2.0, I think most were in there, that with his Nightbot, you can do this one's called Cloudbot, it's the same thing. He can do these contests and names and stuff. So that's one of the things the Cloudbot does as well. And I was thinking of just doing, huh?
The nanny bot spoke.
Oh, yes. It's only 10 seconds, so you can come right back. And if you guys abuse it, I will make it 12 seconds.
And he's proud to get the warning.
So what I thought would be cool is to occasionally just throw in some contests and stuff, and because I can run them. It'll take me like a minute to set them up. But I've got polls and betting and giveaway, and I don't know if it works on YouTube, but I know it works on Twitch. There's actually games where you can. It might work on YouTube as well, where it's a game like little characters or whatever the game is, and you'll punch in certain characters in the chat, and it'll move your character or jump your character or do something. But I've only used that on Twitch, Well, I don't know if it actually works on YouTube or Trovo for that matter, because I've got a few people. How many we got on Trovo tonight? Let me go back. I can't see it. It's too small. Trovo. Nobody. Nobody's on Trovo tonight. Hopefully it's could be still set up. Nobody on Twitch. 15 on YouTube.
What's that?
Well, I set it up to go, so hopefully it's going. D's on JS8. Thought about pulling that up too, but my son's computer is now in here. It's a gaming computer like my system, and we both tried playing a game yesterday, and it shut my power off. It tripped my breaker. Then I'm paranoid to turn the radio on along
Twitch.
with. Nice.
Is it showing up?
Might be a delay. I don't see it.
Oh, I had to tap to watch. It was a preview.
Yeah.
Used to Twitch.
I've actually got the gutter antenna connected. I've had it connected all week, but I only found 5 of the metal screws, so I didn't end up connecting the sections because I wanted to just leave that on and whisper it all week and just see what it does. Then with his computer and my computer in here, they're too powerful and they're shutting things off.
I posted on Twitch and it showed up on StreamYard.
I'm really tempted to just get some 30 amp wire, Comax, go up there, run it down here, put a new outlet in, run it into the breaker area, and then have a electrician come and put it in the box. I mean, I can do it myself too, but just pay someone to connect a 30 amp breaker in the box. I'm so tired of it. This breaker's been flipping ever since I've bought this house. And it's the office. You'd think that it wouldn't have an issue. You'd think that an office would have a lot.
How many plugged-in items did you say were in here?
Oh, I can't remember.
Circuit? Well, did we get up to like 15 or 18 there?
No, I think I'm at 27.
27. That's a record.
So just
my front TV.
So my side of the table, underneath, I have 4 trip lights and 1 small one on top of the safe that has the little HTs plugged in, my 4 HTs. Well, 3 HTs and a Raspberry Pi. I counted 27. I have 27 AC things plugged in.
So if you're getting cold, just warm up next to the wall because that wire is nice and hot in there.
Oh yeah, if I with the door shut, the double door, this room's warm. You don't need. You could live in here in the winter. But what I did with the amp, because it's 75 amp at 70. What is it? 75 amp power supply. And the amp is plugged into that. I cut a hole through the wall, cut a hole to the next bedroom, and I plugged it into the outlet on a different circuit. So my my amp runs on its own power. It's our storage room. There's nothing running in there. So the amp 70 whatever that MFJ 70 or 75 watt amp, 75 watt power supply.
75 watt power supply. That's different.
That's plugged. That my amp is plugged into is literally on its own circuit. So I haven't had a problem with that.
Okay.
Comax isn't cheap. I looked it up. 30 amp. It'd be a couple $100 just to buy the probably 75-foot run, 100 just to be safe.
I gave a bunch of Romax, and I wish I didn't.
Or Romax. I said Comax.
Yeah.
Romax.
I
yes.
knew what you were saying. I got you.
Hey, welcome.
I think I donated it to the club, and somebody
and Douglas
for their own project.
Yeah, probably. I haven't gotten back to you, Douglas. I will. Just feeling under the weather. I'm behind on some things, so on the targeted and scheduled contacts, we'll do it. I thought about talking about it tonight, but I'm really not ready because I want the papers out so that I can show it, pull it up. I want to have, it'll be targeted. Basically, the targeted comms, scheduled comms that I'd like to do with a group of people around the country is to be able to create a network of people that we are able to connect with by some means, by some frequency, by some mode, anytime we want. And we can do like a morning and evening test, like check, if you want to check, this is the time. You want to check this, and we schedule it. We'll see. All right. So I'm going to connect with Douglas at 9 a.m. and BOA cap says 30 and 40 meters should work. We'll try those. If those don't work, we'll try another. And I want to be able to make a contact. I believe you can make a contact regardless. I mean, unless the sun disappears. And it may end up being JS8 call. I'm okay with that. Some kind of contact is my goal with everybody that wants to be involved. And I got about 4, I could look here, maybe 5 people that are interested. Douglas is one of them, I know. So
Don's saying he had two 240-volt circuits in his new shack, and he said the amps work much better.
okay, wait. So you're saying I need to run 240 volt, but doesn't that give me a different outlet at the wall? Or
Are those 50 amp circuits?
Or can you get a regular 3-prong outlet that's 50 amp?
You can. Just got to make sure your equipment's going to handle it. But yeah, I run a lot of computers on 240 volts.
So did everyone hear him? Go ahead and talk again a minute. Okay. Yeah, because I thought that was just for the 30 and 50 amp, whatever those plugs are, RV, whatever. Because I was just thinking of running a 30 amp line. If I ran one 30 amp line here, plugged my computer stuff, all my computer stuff in that, I think the room would be fine.
Yeah, I have server rack PDUs on mine.
So you're bringing 240 in to that?
Yeah, it's built for it. They're the kind that plug into the back of your UPSs.
Got it. So I could bring a 240 line in, and then that, whatever 3 or 4 prong, what are those? I forget the names of those little big heavy duty plugs for 240. I know there's a couple different types. And then that goes in. Yeah, just my generator has 2, I think, on it. And then that connects to a power server rack that I then plug normal AC plugs into.
Yep, that's what I do.
Okay. And what would be a server rack cost?
Mine come out of recycling from tearing down server rooms.
Oh, okay.
I one, they're about $180 to $250 for one that doesn't meter the power.
All right, not horrible. Okay, well, I got to figure it out. I'm just tired of it. Or get these guys out on their own, and then I don't have to worry about the extra gaming computer.
When you're upgrading your electrical in that area, you also got to look at what your panel can handle too. So, but
yeah,
I would hire an electrician to do all that.
I run a battery on my desk, so everything on my desk has battery power that off of, but it's plugged into the outlet, so it's like a UPS pipe battery.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to that. Whoops, that's you, not me. All right. So that's 45 autos. I'm in the way. So that's 45 autos power supply. He's just got this surf walking in a gerbil mill. Nice. That probably provides plenty. When you need more power, what do you do? Just like dangle a cheese puff in front of him? And then, yeah, this is yours, D, right? Yeah. Holy cow, man. That's nice. I mean, yeah, so you got way more than me running. The crazy thing is I've got the node radio. I've got my HF, VHF, UHF, and the node VHF, UHF on 130 amp power supply. Of course, I'm not running the other 2 radios all the time. The node radio is running 24/7 though. Sausage on a steak. All right, yeah, I got to look into it. And yeah, I've already done the math on my 200 amp brake panel, Michael. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
There's an equation, and then you divide by blah blah blah. Because I was adding it up, and I'm like, well, this is going to go way over 200, but that's not how it's rated. There's an equation to rate how many, all the little circuits you can put in at 200 or 250. Because I'm not going to replace my box. I can imagine $3,000-$4,000 to have that replaced. Yeah, man, Chris, if you guys got something to show it up in there I might have to put my head in the middle here if I'm going to do this like that.
Or do a separate presentation screen. Do that.
Then I have to get out of OBS. I just prefer staying in OBS.
All right. Let me go hide my beautiful face here.
No, you can.
No, wrong one.
You can keep it like this. Nobody's put anything up yet. So here's the thing. So tonight I was thinking of looking into I've been connecting to Mr. Mudd's All-Star link with since I got my All-Star set up, and it's been working great. Was connected this morning. Watching Jason's stream, I was going to connect to his. Now it doesn't connect. So I go to the Shell, not the gas station. Go to the SSH, open a shell, and it connects and then disconnects, and it doesn't stay connected now. So I don't know what's going on with my All-Star node. It just now doesn't want to connect. It says it's connected, but then it doesn't say it's connected. Then it's connected, but I can't connect to an outside All-Star node. Frequency's set, the tones are set, the port is open, the static IP is set. None of that's changed, so I'm not sure what's going on. But the problem is, I've set all of my simplex frequencies to a UHF, and when I do it, this is what it does to my ring light. I might want to turn it on.
There should be. Oh, I'm sorry.
Here's what it does.
VOP.
Everything else is fine, but my center ring light gets shut off every freaking time. And I got beads on it and everything. Okay, let's get that back on. So I'm not going to be able to do any of that. And I don't know how long I'm going to be able to talk tonight anyways, guys. This is just... So, Ziggy's in the house. You guys need to catch his antenna contest earlier. Ziggy's channel, 75 ohm ham. If you're not, go join his channel. That was fun. Although I didn't have a legit antenna, but it was fun. So hopefully he'll do that again. And like basically antenna challenge on the cheap, $20 or less. Hey, Colin, welcome. I miss anybody? Chris, Don. Hey, welcome, Don. Don has a great video he put out, I think today, right, Don, or was it yesterday, on his the updates on his shack. I can do the Napoleon Dynamite imitation now that I looked at his shack. Lucky. Oh, Douglas has some as well? I'm not seeing them. Or are you putting them up on the screen here you're talking about? Yeah, yesterday. I saw it today.
Okay, Don, I'm about to subscribe to you. I didn't realize you were putting up videos.
Yeah, I got the DMR Bridgecom, really good. Got me set up, got me on their software, the 168 UV. And in fact, let me go to that while we're waiting for some more pictures to come in. So there's my node. Bridgecom. Oh, it's not under Bridgecom. Are you kidding me? Oh, there it is, right here. So they help you get set up and show you how to update the firmware and do all that. So I did that, and then it puts in their default frequencies. Yeah, and I can manually put this one in for Denton, my county here. But I'd really like to not have to manually put in a bunch of frequencies. So if anyone has a link or anything, or we want to set up a Discord, we can set it up to show me how to get this all the frequencies punched into my DMR at some point. Again, I just have it set to 447, so I can't use that because it's going to change I guess I could change it now. I've got the thing up, but anyway. So yeah, I've got it set up here, and I just got to finish getting it programmed and learn how to use it. But frustrating. I've got my here's the Dstar node there, set to DMR right now. I've yet to connect. I think it is 447 as well. Yeah, 447. So I need to change that to a simplex frequency on VHF. And yeah, so I need to change that one. But anyway, so. And then there was another cool, here's the antenna Balun that I might have to be too bright. That's the little Balun I got. I think Ziggy said 0.6 something watts. Little toroids right there, teeny. I was just going to see what kind of antenna I can make with it, but anyway, I'll play with it. And
So,
yeah, go ahead.
on you right quick. 75 ohm. I've subscribed to you as well. And look who's on there.
You know it.
So
Yeah,
I got you and Don both subscribed.
That was a fun stream, Ziggy. Oh, that's not fun.
What's not fun?
AliExpress, the stuff they pull up.
Oh,
let me try that again.
I don't think anybody saw it.
Well,
Because it was on my
not.
screen. So I'll go back to my screen so you can look at my beautiful face until you're ready to show.
That's wonderful.
I just happened to show that I subscribed to him and I subscribed to Don. So
Let me pull this.
y'all teach me some stuff.
My orders.
Let me know when it's safe to switch back to you.
I'm on the other screen.
Okay, are you
Green.
good?
Yeah, I'm going to my orders and stuff, but sometimes the ads and things that pop up, you just can't.
Oh, inappropriate ads?
Well, I mean, yeah, it's not. I mean, not really. Not if you're adults, but it's not for kids. And who knows what YouTube's going to do? This is not going to come up. Oh, it's making me log in again. I wasn't even logged in.
So what's your password again?
It's just not coming up. I can't log in. I was going to show. That's too bad. Let me go to YouTube.
Chris also subscribed to Don, so very cool.
Yeah, watch Don's stuff as he builds that his shack out. Got such a nice. What was the noise? S-1.
Yeah. Paul, you want to give you want to post the link for your Discord again?
Yeah, 1 second. There was a short, and I posted the link of this antenna. Sorry. All right, let me get the Discord link.
I'm still learning Discord, Colin. So.
Okay, I don't know what that was. Copy. Why is it doing that? Invite link, copy. And then it puts copy button down there. This is not right. Something's not right. Try it again.
Is it easy for me to show it, or is it just you that can send it out?
Invite as a guest, voice only. That's not right. Yeah, I'm clicking copy and I paste it, and it says it puts the text in there, not the actual invite. I don't understand. Let me send one to Ziggy. I see Ziggy. Who else is wanting it in here? Maybe we got you my lists. Hey. Who else was it? Don or someone?
So I'm on. So Paul, can I do it, or do I have to have?
Yeah, you should. Up at the top, Ragchew crew.
Ragchew crew. Then the drop down menu.
Yeah, it says invite people.
There okay, there you go. I'm going to actually hover, copy, and paste. So
yeah, mine's not even showing the link anymore.
I'm not clicking the copy. What? HTTP. I think.
I got a new one. Let me generate a new link.
Oh, Well, I'm about to send this one. I'm typing it out.
Yeah, it's just not going. This is what it's showing. That's what it's doing when I copy it.
Okay. Well, let me close this.
No, there's normally
set this link to never expire. There you go.
Yeah, there's normally a link right here, but it says hidden. Use copy button. Click copy button.
So let me type this out. Y'all, because it's not letting.
That's weird.
Getting Discord messages popping up, blocking me.
You can see what I'm seeing here, guys.
GG.
This is usually a link right here.
FY.
Maybe I need to leave and come back.
GP. Don't change any links.
Let me come back
I'll tell them the Discord so I can type this out.
As administrator.
The
link that's in the YouTube description, it should be a never expiring link.
Okay. Here you go, guys. I manually typed that out for you. Guess Discord's being funky.
Yeah, we're going to try it again. We reconnect to that channel.
Call and let me know if that works. Because we're having technology issues as usual.
Oh, is that? Oh, maybe he was sending me something. Frank was sending me something. That's weird. Everyone else is sending links but me. Thanks, Frank.
Oh, no, I had to manually type it out.
Oh, all right. Thanks.
But that link, the link that I just put up there is set to never expire.
All right. So if that one doesn't work, let me know.
Oh, that was the voice chat. Okay. I messed that up.
That's all right. I got it.
All right.
It was weird. It just wouldn't let me.
Okay. Paul's got it up. Well, I see that.
Yeah, it's just that.
Let me put it up on the screen. There it is. There it is on the screen.
Shocked if they won it, but maybe
it's so weird.
Be going the right way.
Not sure why doing that, but it's doing it. Anyway, sorry. So tonight's a non-topic topic. Tonight's a Ragchew topic as long as my voice lasts.
So Paul and I are both working on installing radios in our vehicles. I've tested my radio out and played with it as a base unit, but I had a Honda Accord, and now I have a Ford Explorer, 2017 Ford Explorer. A friend of mine's got the same year model that I do, and he tried to run the power through the firewall, and that was a no-go on the Ford Explorer. So they said something about taking it through the door jamb, the inside of the door jamb. So,
I'm going to get a cough drop.
So what are your thoughts of running the power through the door jamb? Yeah. I've heard it called an exploder too, Douglas. So Chris is on his way to work. Chris, where are you?
Dead air.
Do you work nights or are you overseas?
So what's everyone's thoughts on the drone situation?
Oh, that's a good one.
With that for a few days.
They're not cheap DJI drones. Those are not the ones you just go up to.
Read something about they caught these three guys, or they got a ping on an illegal drone flying near one of the New Jersey airports, and they went and chased the guys down, and they caught two of them, and one of them was running away, but they do seem to be U.S. citizens, or that's what I read. So it's probably just guys screwing around, actually.
So Yeah, but those are big drones.
Yeah, at
They're
this
not,
point,
they're
I
not the,
imagine so, because so many people were reporting it. You're going to have all the people hang out there to fly their drones to mess with people.
Mm-hmm.
Here's some of the pictures that have been posted, guys. Oh, I'm in the middle now. Now I got to get out of the middle. Hold on. There we go.
guys, I'm logging into.
So this is Chris's, and he just passed his general. For those who didn't know,
All right, Chris. Good job.
have you done? You said you were going to make contacts. I hadn't heard. I don't think, unless I missed a text. If you were making some contacts yet, Chris. FT8 40 meters looks like maybe. Here's the other Chris. That's sweet, man. Look at that monitor. Wait a minute. What is that? Is that the... Oh, wait. Are you the one that has the 45-inch or 55-inch? A little Blue Yeti Snowball. I think that was 55-inch one. I can't remember who that was.
Yeah, mine are 34, and that looks pretty close to 34.
Because mine's 34, I think. Curved. I don't know. Looks bigger than mine. It's not. Can't tell. Somebody has a 55-inch. I can't remember who it was. Okay, we got Dragon OS, Windows, Dragon. Here's Don's. And you'll see more of this if you guys go see his video. You got what's this?
I gotta look up your channel now.
Yeah, that is a 34-inch monitor, Apache Labs UNUN, and that's the new SPE2 FA2K, I believe is what it's called.
The amplifier?
Yeah, I was messing around today when I was cooking my lunch and went in there and I ragchewed on the thing for about 20 minutes to this guy in Florida, and that amp worked really well. Now I've got it set to mid. I was only running about 600 watts, just because I'm running it right now to a 49-to-1, and I was just over 600 watts on it the other day, and the cores overheated and the SWR went through the roof. So
whoops,
I'm only running about 600 watts, and it seems to work fine, because literally I talked on the thing for 30 minutes today and
Don,
no problem.
Do you want me to run you over one of these, and then this can probably handle it?
Oh, sure. I've got one of those for what did that come with? One of the... It
was $1.50.
Oh, okay. Yeah, those came with something I bought, one of the little dongles, and I had one of those. Okay. And then Mike K at MRD came over to my place on Wednesday.
Nice.
And in fact, I've got another video from a couple of days ago, I think on Wednesday, where he and Jose went out and did a POTA, and I was with them, of course. I also did a POTA. And but I couldn't film me, but I could film them, so I did. Yeah. And I posted that. But Mike came out and saw the shack, and he dropped off a 230 amp hour LiFePO 4 for me. So nice. Yeah, that was really nice. And then he did something that I did not know I could do, and he went out in my backyard and fired off a few rounds and into this mound that I've got. And I was out today, and I mean, up until about 7 o'clock, there was somebody a couple of doors down from me that was just plinging away.
That's part of the reason I want some land away from everything.
Well, I thought with 4 acres you couldn't do that, but apparently
depends on the county, I think, or maybe city.
Well, I live 2 doors down from the sheriff, and I was like, oh man, somebody's going to call and he's going to be out in a heartbeat. No, they don't care.
Yeah, here in Montgomery County, it's 10 acres, but most of the time nobody cares. But my little brother did get a visit and a complaint because he was shooting his 4550.
Jeez.
Mm. Yeah, I work for a food distributor, and Oh, I got to take my headphones off. This is ridiculous. I work for a food distributor, and we ended up. I went out for a walk, and somebody started shooting behind the building because that was their farmland, and it's now all houses now. But they were just practicing with their revolvers out there.
One thing, see, I have this same thing up here. I had two here. I got rid of it, and I just have my 34-inch down here. And I've got two MSI. Yeah, I've got two identical MSI 27 inches up here. And I remember posting to Josh's stream a couple of weeks ago when he was doing the shacks, show the shacks. And I remember he was saying something like, "Oh, they're not quite even" or something. And I've always known that. I still can't figure out why my two identical monitors up here, I can never line them up evenly. I don't know what it is. They're off just slightly, and I've never figured it out.
Yeah, the top positions up there. I've only ever had one monitor up there in the top position. It was running ham clock, and I just have not gotten that back up there.
Yeah,
the monitor's out in the in one of the Connex boxes, but
and then this station is what again?
That one is right now. I've got the 101D there. Now you can't see it in that picture. What's going on is there is a Sun SDR behind the monitor,
Right there.
sitting on top of the. No, it's on top of the amplifier.
Yeah, this
Right
here.
there, that little silver thing. Yeah, that's a Sun SDR DX. And then it was driving the Mercury there in that picture, but I've since moved it down. There's a Macintosh on the other side on the other wall.
Mm-hmm.
And, I've got the since there's Mac software for the Sun, I've got the Sun connected to it, and I've also got a 7300 connected to the Macintosh.
And 3 Coke Zeros for a weekend contest.
Well, I don't remember. I had all three of those out there, and I noticed when after I took that picture, it's like, wow, this guy drinks a lot of Coke Zero, but I do. So
See here, you got Ziggy. He's restrained here with just one Coors Light. He's taking it easy, you know.
Yeah,
Nice. Is this the vertical one? I think is Ziggy still in Discord? He was saying something about vertical. That was a vertical one, right?
yeah, vertical monitor. Yeah.
Wait, what's this right here? An open. What is this coax right here sticking up? It's open. What is this? Is that a toroid wound to another toroid, a dual toroid? Ziggy, you need to explain that.
Is that may not be a coax.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, now we
Yes, Ziggy.
Can you hear me?
can. Yep.
Yep. Can you hear us?
If you can't hear us, just go to the.
So that's a trophy for the antenna challenge.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Very cool.
Right here. Is this part of it too, or just this piece right here? I think he's hearing us on YouTube.
No, so it's a toroidal magnet, and
Yeah.
then it's got some 75 ohms sticking out the top, and then I've got my favorite F connector to PL adapter hanging out the top.
That's hilarious.
Oh.
I couldn't even tell there was
The
an
bottom
adapter.
toroid, it is a magnet, so you can stick it on your desk and
Yeah, it
put
looked
your
like it was
screws on
like
or
your
whatever,
monitor there.
whatever you're tearing apart that day.
That's funny. Or stick it on your hood and make it an antenna. And if you guys haven't seen Ziggy's other video, he did what was the length of the whip again? Was it one of the 17-foot whips on your car, Ziggy?
Yeah, the M10 threaded AliExpress $18 17.5 foot.
He's got it on his wife's car, I
Nickel
guess, right?
plated brass, I believe.
Paul, you gotta interpret that for us.
What's that?
Woodchuck the gray squirrel.
Oh, did my brother come in somewhere?
Yeah,
Oh,
on Facebook.
geez. Oh my gosh. I don't think. Yeah, that's an old thing. If you guys remember Cable Guy, I think it was Cable Guy. Was it Cable Guy? Or now I could be confused. No.
Jim Carrey.
It was Jim Carrey, but it was on in Living Color. And he was he was like these short shorts, like, what are those guys called? The angels in the streets that are kind of vigilantes that make the streets safe.
I know exactly.
They wore the berets.
Yeah, the red beret.
Anyway, he had a character like that on In Living Color.
Guardian Angels.
Yes, and no one took him serious. And he'd have his little radio with his tight little shorts on, like 80s basketball. And he'd do stuff, and he would make code names. And one of the things he says, woodchuck to gray squirrel, woodchuck to gray squirrel. And my brother and I have used it ever since. That's my brother. Finally, watching one of my live streams. Thanks for the
next
support.
picture is really the icing. I thought we were just showing off monitors.
No, we can show off whatever you want. Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
Ziggy, did you make your logo?
My Tower of Power.
What trophy is that for?
So my logo was designed by my 16-year-old daughter. She's a artist for UPS.
Wow, that is really impressive.
It's classy, right?
Yeah, I like your logo. It's really.
Yeah.
I always thought it was cool. And
I actually uploaded my logo to a Dolly AI, and I said, "All right, you try to do better." And the response was, "Your image is perfect, and there's not anything I can do to this. It's
That's
classic, timeless, and elegant."
That's awesome.
it's very nice.
It's very elegant.
I got denied by an AI.
I don't see a nano VNA in there.
Paul's nitpicking the heck out of
Oh,
it.
it's over here where it's safe.
Okay, I just see the rig expert. Oh, I see the little tuner.
Nothing is safe over there. That tower may fall down and crush my.
I got one of these little SWR meter things too for cheap at Alley. That's what it looks like, I think. It's got the LED lights on it, right? This one right here. I don't have it here anymore. It's out in the garage. This little black box, coax on either side.
That is actually an audio switch.
Oh, it looks just like that SWR meter I got for like $15. That was my first sad ham comment. The guy said, "What a waste. You could have told me if it worked or not in 30 seconds. Like, yeah, but I made a 5-minute video. So what? Watch it or don't
radio
watch
is
it.
the one right above the icon.
Right here?
That is my 10, 11, and 12.
Man, I wish. Can we have to zoom in on this? No.
It's a Redibus HS4.
Okay.
I have a Radio Shack.
It will
HTX.
soon have a sound card installed on the inside of it.
And this up here will make 8 proud. And I think down here, to manually tune. What is this? Manual tuner and manual tuning amp?
Oh yeah, double tuna.
2 tuners. Okay.
One's got a roller.
There. Yeah, nice. My first tuner was manual because it was cheaper.
My first tuner was
MLJ Versa tuner too.
That speaker,
Paul. If you drank, I would suggest
it's
a hot
a
toddy.
Mega speaker. It's got 2 6.5-inch drivers. It's a center channel. It's the best speaker I've ever found.
Center channels be a good one for that. My Infinity center channel I've had since 9/11. I literally bought it after 9/11, the whole theater system. The only one I kept was the Infinity center channel, and I still use it. That speaker's amazing, even 20 years later. All right, let's check some more out here. I don't think my throat's going to last much longer. All right, whose was this? Oh, Colin. Colin, you got, is that 3 antennas on there?
It's like
Oh,
a double typo.
Rooftop water too. Man, I wish I could do that. Oh, that's a, that looks got a coil in the middle there, something, trap. He's going to have to come in and tell us, I don't know if he came in to
He was in chat earlier. Still with us?
I don't see him in Discord. He'll have to tell us in chat. I can only take so much of this chloroseptic.
Right.
You're going to start buzzing after a while.
Well, it's not bad, but
Yeah. Colin responded.
oh,
2 meter, 7 centimeter, VHF Marine, 10 meter. Oh, I should probably display what he said. It'd be easier. And a G5 RV hanging under the 2
Right
meter,
here.
7 centimeter. Oh, very nice.
Wow.
I didn't even see that.
Yeah, that's an
G5
impressive.
RVs are pretty stealthy. I know a lot of people in HOAs have them. They'll just attach it to their house. And to their fence.
Yeah, I have a ZS6BKW, which is a G5 RV improved.
You could call this like the Poseidon antenna setup. Looks like Aquaman's Poseidon.
No grass.
Oh, here he's got the woodchuck to gray school. 45 Auto found it. All right, let's look at all of his beautiful radios. All his radios. This is that Marine one, right? I think an Icon Marine radio.
Right.
Okay. We've got the 200 or 300 here. I'd have a 10-second delay.
I don't have either one of those radios, so I can't tell you.
Oh, here. The 200. We have the 200 on the node right here.
Okay.
Nice. Splitter. Is that an automatic splitter? Like remote? 27 hertz Marine, VHF Marine, 477 CB, and the FT200.
So which one's the HF Marine? I'm curious.
He did it in order, I think. This is the 27 megahertz Marine and
Okay.
VHF.
Very cool. I've never really looked at Marine HF, but I know it exists.
Yes. Colin, how far have you gotten with CB? What's your farthest contact?
Their CB is different than ours, isn't it?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it's UHF.
Really?
Oh yeah, he says UHF CB 477 megahertz.
Yeah, they don't have 11
Hey Walter,
meters
welcome.
like we do.
Yeah. I've actually one time I talked to somebody up in Northern California on CB. And that wasn't sideband, that was AM, 4 watts.
Yeah.
So ours is 11 megahertz, right? Or
No,
11
ours is 27.
27 megahertz.
Yeah, 11 meters. Interesting. Such a big difference.
Yeah, it's just above the 10 meter band, and it gets a lot of the same propagation, which is why, you see those guys with literally with big Yagis on 11 meters, because they can, during this type of solar cycle, they can really do skip.
Oh, so you got 27.
Okay, so you do have 11 meter as well. Yeah. Now we have GMRS that's it's around 462 range, 462 megahertz. So, but that's licensed here. But it also shares with FRS. But FRS, some channels you have a 2 watt limit, and then other channels you have a limit. GMRS, you got 8 here that are 50 watts, and then a handful on the low side that are 5 watts. It's real convoluted. Some frequencies you cannot have on a mobile, but you can on a handheld. But half a watt. It's all over the place.
Yeah, and don't buy. I found out recently. Don't buy a GMRS radio and use it without a license on FRS frequencies, because it is putting out twice as much power as you're legally allowed to do.
Right.
And also, it has a removable antenna, whereas FRS does not have a removable antenna.
Yeah, it's all type accepted. But and also, if you're above, now hams know this, but GMRS has the same rules. If you're above line A, which is like the northern part of the contiguous states, you cannot use certain frequencies on GMRS.
Mhm.
So,
Got it.
somebody who doesn't really pay attention, they can, because the Canadian, I think that's like law enforcement or government frequencies up there.
Yeah, the Canadian government doesn't like us using those frequencies.
Yeah, but
It's,
it's line A, and they mention it in the GMRS rules if people would read the GMRS rules. But we know it as a ham radio operators. You can't do UHF above a certain point.
and when a Canadian operator says CQDX, you answer.
So here's the Barrett 980E Marine radio, $3,000. Wow,
And that's only 10 meter.
it's Marine radio, whatever they're.
Okay.
Nice, Douglas.
I need to look at the band plan to see what frequencies are marine and which ones. Oh, okay. He's got a licensed Marine Rescue Base.
Oh,
We have well, we're not near any saltwater here, but we have the Coast Guard Auxiliary, and they have their own set of frequencies on some ways. Now, channel 83 on Marine band VHF is Coast Guard, predominantly Coast Guard, but they're also on channel 16 as well.
what about this one, Colin? Is this one an FRS? Is this an FRS base station?
That little 4 watt or
This
50 watt?
Yaesu something? Is that an FRS family
Is
radio
that
service?
990 watt?
Yeah, the 991.
One. I don't know whether it's an A or not, but
Having my second ATAS and wanting it as a QTH backup antenna makes me want to buy a 991 so I can literally use all of it. But
what, all of the ATOS?
yeah,
Oh, yeah, because
He's got a 101D and he can't use the ATAS on it.
so I have the 891.
oh, true.
That's it. Because the 500 doesn't use it. None of those use it. I can't use it.
But the FTDX 10 does, the 710 does, a lot of their lower end HF, and of course the 991 does. And I have an 857, and it was made for the 857.
Yeah, the older one. Yeah, that's true. But I want I would want one that does 2 meter through 40. I want it to use it all.
Yeah.
So
the 857 does.
that's what I would get a newer one. You can't. The 857s aren't much cheaper. People still sell them for pretty penny. That's the
Yeah, I
Richard
know.
skull right there.
I got freaking
Small
lucky.
display, but Yaesu needs to make a combination of the 891 and the 500.
Well, that new one is supposed to have all of that.
What you talking about the QRP rig?
Yeah, the 10 watt radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm talking like a 50-100 watt, like the 857 could do VHF, UHF, and HF.
Yeah, the people are screaming for an 817 replacement, 817, 818 replacement, which is that one kind of is, except it's also does satellite. So it's
Mike. ATAS is the best mobile, and even like Mike's video, QTH antenna. You got a radio that uses it. Freaking amazing.
Yeah, but unfortunately, if we get a Tar Heel, we can't get a Target to drive it.
So I'm gonna make a wrist mount for this so we can all be just like Jim Carrey here. Woodchuck the Gray Squirrel. Woodchuck the Gray. He had a lisp too. That was a funny skit. Thanks, Pat. Hey, good to see you, Mike. Welcome. Yeah. So Mike, I can't remember. I think you just had 4. Was it 4 counterpoise wires? I can't remember. I was wondering if I should take one of those, like a couple Cat 6 cables, like Simon does for Ham Jazz, and make it my a counterpoise and just see what it does underneath an ATAS. Elevated. Mike just put it in the ground. He just spiked it in the ground. What's that?
Yeah. Is our ATAS good for HOAs?
I was literally going to mount it on my roof. The second one, I'm thinking about putting it on my roof, but I don't have a radio that uses 2 through 40. So it wouldn't really serve me the purpose I want. 3 bunches of 5 wires, 2.5 meters each. Okay.
Yeah, you get the only problem with the raised is the radials need to be tuned.
Oh, do they? Okay.
Yes. On the ground, they don't. But in the air, you're going to have to tune them per the band.
Oh,
so
I got you.
You would have
Okay.
now the way I understand it is you need 2 radials for each band, so you can cut 2 radials for each band and suspend those in the air.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what Simon does. He puts those in the air, but he's got like 6 or 8 of them, and they're all different lengths, and that's why they're different. They're set up for different bands.
Here was the other antenna I bought. I made a quick short. $28. Who said they have this already? Was it D? So seductive. That was $28 on Ollie. It finally got here. And I think it's similar to the one that Chameleon started making, like $200.
The 25 foot or the 17?
I want to say this whip's probably 17, but that one Chameleon makes, what they call it, like a puck or something, a pod.
I don't know because I don't keep up with their stuff that much.
Right here. Here's Mike's video.
It's all automatic.
He's in the chat, so I can't copyright him. Yeah, this is a good video for guys interested. Let's see, where did he show that? I mean, 891. That's what I use mine with too. But I would love to be able to use 2 meter and 440. So I'm really wishing right now I had a 991A.
Yeah, and the I think actually, geez, I saw a 991A on.
Oh, here we
I
go.
think it was Main Trading Company for use.
How much?
I don't remember, but I do know I saw it on there. A lot of times you have to be careful because they'll run specials, and the specials of the new ones will beat the used prices. So
yeah,
you got to look. But see, he's ground mounting that, and if you're putting it up in the air on your roof, it's going to be a different situation on the radials.
JPC 12. Okay, oh, it's a 17 foot. That's what I thought. Or chloroseptic. I will get through this stream.
Now, what you need to do, Paul, is you need like 2 of those at least. You could go up to 4.
Yeah.
And then you line them up in a row, and you've got a beam.
I actually wondered if you could take 2 of them and make like a ham stick dipole, same concept, and if it would tune them or not.
I
have
have
to
done
try
that.
It would. Did it tune it?
Yes, but the problem is when you start to raise it, they bend so bad. It took me about 6 feet to get that thing, to get the tips off the ground because it was bending that much. And when I got it up in the air, I got it up about 25 feet, and it worked. But I didn't think it was outstanding. The ham sticks work better because they're plastic out, to a certain degree, or rubber or whatever it is, but they're stiffer out to the ends. And me and ham radio dude Sean were working on a thing that would allow us to put a top on a lot of these masts, that have the clips where you clip each section. Well, the top had a clip, and so we were creating what we called toppers, and one of them did actually have a dipole type configuration. And then we went one step further. Sean did actually. I went one step further and put a dipole in one direction and a dipole in another. So you actually had 2 dipoles on the same.
Are you talking about those long whips that are you can bend over your entire vehicle? One of the county vehicles has one of those. We have a TS480 radio, and the whip is mounted to the front bumper, and it goes all the way back. It's
That's
F350 dually. It goes all the way to the back.
yeah, that's basically 102-inch whip, and that is the CB guys have those because they usually tune for 11 meters or 10 meters. But yeah, those are fantastic antennas.
Yeah.
Because they're more than, I believe they're over a half wave.
Yeah, I mean, it worked great. The HF radio was in the passenger seat, and VHF, UHF was in the middle, and then we had the county radios in the center stack. But that truck is pretty amazing. The back seat, you lower it down. There's all these Pactor modems and all these TNCs, and any type of communication we needed to have on the road, we had it there, and we can cross the communication lines.
Let me ask Mike something real quick, because I don't have a reason why I don't have a 991A, Mike. If you can, and maybe you've done a video on it, throw in the chat why you don't want the 991A. Just because, I mean, you use an 891, the same as me. Most anyone with an ATAS, I think, uses an 891. But I've wished now, since I got the second 891 or second ATAS, wished I had the 991A only to be able to use 2 and 440. But I can't tell you why I don't have a 991A. There's nothing, I don't know if I don't like. Just throw in chat there if you can, why you wouldn't want one. I know some people with them.
It's a great portable radio.
It would be a QTH radio to literally just use the ATAS by itself. So I'm not going to spend that kind of money just for that.
Yeah, they want $1,029 for the 991A used.
Yeah, my next radio purchase is the FTX1 because it's I've already got the prepay thing down.
Yeah,
the menus. Okay.
I got in prepay at R&L, and the guy said, "No, you don't have to pay me anything." So he said, "I'll just put you on the list," because he didn't have a list at the time, and I just called him and said, "Are you taking pre-orders for the FT1X?" And he said, "Yeah." He said, "This is Don. Yeah, I'll put you on the list." And now he's charging, I think, $35. But
yeah, that's $35. I tried to get in as quick as possible in the hopes of getting one early, but. Mike, real quick, I got to say though, I've always loved the 705, and this is my first ICOM, and I've always heard people complaining about Yaesu menus. I kind of get it, but because I'm used to using Yaesu, they've never really bothered me, I guess. I'm having to relearn the menu system of ICOM, so I can't really say one's easier or harder than the other one. Maybe once I get used to it, I'll know better. But I'm having to search and find things in the ICOM menu just as anybody would in the Yaesu one. So I'm not, until I get more used to this, maybe then I'll really know the difference. But I really need to learn more of this 705. I need to play with it more because I've wanted that radio for a while. Couldn't justify the money since I already had an 891 and a 101D, and I finally got that 705. So I'm excited to use it. I'm lost in the menus and Dstar and all that stuff.
Well, everybody has their own menu system, and
you're welcome.
Everybody, ICOM uses logic when they design their menus. There's so much, some muscle memory between the two for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're used to Yaesu, you're used to the way Yaesu puts it. If you're used to an ICOM, you're used to the way that ICOM does it.
And I've heard you say that, Mike, in other videos you've made, or perhaps live streams or something. I remember you saying their menu system is logical. Makes sense, right? So, well, it's probably just muscle memory.
The newer Yaesus really don't have the menu thing like the 991. I think was probably the last one with that deep menu. Now you've got pretty much. I'm going to say it. You pretty much have ICOM type menus in there. You're going to click back one screen, and then you might have to click another screen with a list in it, which is exactly what ICOM does in a lot of theirs. And so when you get that FT1X, are you going to still keep the 705?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. To me, they'll be redundant. But
No, I think
you know,
I think it has
jury's
its
out for
place.
me.
But you know what? Redundancy is king. You know.
True, but
I-
I've got. If I don't have time on this stream to list the number of radios I've got.
See, and I don't keep all my radios, but I will keep the 705 for sure.
Yeah, the only one I ever got rid of was a 7300, and I didn't regret it, but I ended up winning a 7300, so I still have a 7300. It's
That's why you
it's an
never
okay
regret it. You
radio.
didn't lose anything. There you
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. Now with my noise floor, the 7300 just was not. I couldn't use it. It would overload so much, which is why I make the joke about the OVF light. And when that OVF light would come on, the radio would go dead silent. It wasn't receiving, and it would, it would do that for, half 30, 40 seconds, just long enough that you're losing track of what somebody's saying. And then I could, no other radio I've had, none, even the 705, same environment. None of them ever did that. Only the 7300. And I think they run their receiver really, really wide and really heavy and really deep. And it's really capable of overload. And I think they fixed that, honestly, in the 705.
Well, I'm excited, like Douglas, I'm excited for QRP.
Yeah. While he's hacking up Balun there, ICOM is probably for beginners as an easier menu system with PIC. Yaesu has way more options than the menus that are easier to find if you're used to if you're used to a menu list. Now Yaesu, I got a little bit of a bone to pick with them. I just recently got a 500. I had a FTM 400, and I'm more about the practical applications of things. I enjoy making contacts. I did I recently did my first POTA with Paul, but my problem with the 500 over the 400 is the 400 I had a soft button on the screen, touch screen, and so a lot of what I do is volunteer work, and one of the things we do is we do these bike rides, and I could pull over if a bicycle's broken down. I can hit the beacon TX, and right after I hit that, I'll key up and say, at my location, we have a broken chain on a bike. Can you send the repair wagon? And he knew exactly where it was. I didn't even need to tell him the streets because of that beacon TX. Now, the 500 still has it, but then you have to go into a menu system to get to it. So I had to hit a function knob, and then I could hit a soft key. So just my little gripes, but I mean, they're going by what people feed them back, and what was great on the 400, it's not necessary on the 500, but yeah, any radios that's menu intensive, I have a learning curve with the old IC 7000 radio, ICOM radio that I have, so it's always something new to learn on every radio I get.
I'm lost on the 500. Been using 400s for so long, I have no idea what I'm doing on the 500.
Right.
Yeah, I have not even wanted a 500. I like the 400. It does what I need it to do, and it does it the right way, like QWERTY keyboard.
Right.
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe they went to a different keyboard style. But anyway, I don't message on them anyway.
Yeah.
And my big pet peeve, and I've talked to a number of people about this, but if you're going to do something with messaging like that, let us use a USB keyboard. That is ridiculous. That we have to go through touch screen. No. To send a message, no.
It even do Bluetooth.
It does.
Bluetooth keyboard.
Cool. But I'll tell you this: the one thing I really, really like about the 500 is the speaker in the head. That's just amazing.
Nice.
Why don't more radios do that? The speaker and the mic goes into the head.
Yeah.
So when you got a separation kit, all you have is one cable. It's just one Cat 6 cable. That's it.
I just bought a 150 RASP, and it's got all of that. So I haven't hooked it up yet because I need to I'm going to use it as a TNC or to connect to my TNC because it's got a data port on it. But that has the speaker in the head and all of that. And you're right. I'm really looking forward to using that radio.
Yeah, Paul sent me this picture earlier today, and
So I just got that all finalized with Lido stuff. Not understanding why the mic mount that I was hoping to screw in or bolt in, the holes are too wide. They're wider than their flat mount going vertical. So it's taped on with 3M tape, and I did not want to tape anything. But anyway, I finally got it. The 891, I was going to put it below, but it sits back. The 500 sits out, and with the 891 below the 500, it was blocking the buttons. I put the 891 on top. I have access to both buttons on that, all the buttons on the 500, and then the mic right there. And then the 891 mic is going to be off to the side console because I'm not going to use it that often. But yeah, I just got that finished today.
yeah, and GPS works great. So that was my concern is having a radio head above that radio, would it cause interference with the GPS? But Paul says it works great.
Yeah, and you should ask Mike about those speakers that he's got mounted in his car. I know I've got them. I just can't think of the name. But boy, those are nice.
Speakers for hit. Oh, okay.
For the radios.
Okay. I've got the Yaesu Marine one, round. I don't know if they still sell it. And it's an amazing sound. It's got an amazing sound to it.
Well, I mean, again, you're running two radios, and I actually run the same thing. I've got one on my 891 and one on my FTM 400.
Yeah. MFJ Clear Tone. Oh yeah, that
Clear Tone. Yeah.
That's a new upstart radio company. Let me check out their website, see what I can get.
Yeah, I have a Vertex standard speaker I'll probably use with my HF whenever I get it installed.
So I did the same thing Mike did, MRD. I put this out a while ago. This is what I did with the. So this is how the HF. I was trying this. It didn't work. The ATAS was too heavy. It was flexing on the K400. So
K400 installed, but testing.
let me see if I can go to the other side.
On the Yaesu in the description. But they're working.
I'm going to lose another lung. It worked when I was parked. Let me go back to the other video, Michael. Go ahead, Don. I think you were going to say something.
If I was, I don't remember what it was. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's right. Here it is, right here. So I just used the same one on the other side,
to installing my
like this, which is the same thing Mike did. I was just unsure if this one would fit the other side, the passenger side, because of the angle, and it actually does. So I bought another one of these, and I forget the name. You'll have to go to this website and get the link. But the one where Mike got his, which I liked because it's a lower rise, they didn't rise up as high. Maybe Mike could put that company in the chat. This was Walcott Radio. And I noticed with the ATAS on it, it seems like there's a little bounce when you're hitting big bumps on a dirt road. And Mike's was a lower profile. It didn't sit up as high and it had less bounce. But now I got this on the other side and fits and works great. I'm really happy because I think this is the best way to do it. No drilling, no nothing. So comment. No, this is just comment. Because I know a ham radio outlet has some for different trucks, but they didn't have it for mine. So this is Walcott. They're like $36. Screw it in and replace the seal.
antenna.
And in the 24 Tundra, there's a teeny little like 1/4-inch rubber plug on both sides. So I was able to run that 316, or is it 316? 216? Through the firewall on both sides. It worked out pretty good.
Yeah, I did that in my van, and but now I don't have that mount, and that might work better because mine does shake like you're talking about on the K400,
Yeah.
but I've got it cranked down so tight, and I carry a wrench with me. So if it lets go, and it's let go one time when I was coming back from Huntsville, about halfway home, it just let go and fell over, and I just pulled over and pushed it back up and tightened it up again, and it was good to go. And actually since then, which was about well over a year ago, it has not let go, but boy, does it move back and forth when you're driving.
Well, this one wasn't even so much the K400 itself. It was the mount on the lip of the hood. The mount was actually bowing back in the wind when the wind would come this way, and it was bowing on the hood. So I knew over time it was gonna mess up the hood, that little edge of the hood. So it worked out. It's a lot better the way it is now. So
yeah, the van had some kind of rubberized seal on it that just literally, like, I took a knife and pushed it, and it just kind of pushed out of the way, and came off actually. Yeah. So when I screwed the FTM 100 or 400 mount on that, or a K400 mount in there, it made complete contact with the underside of that, or the metal part of that deal. I didn't have to like sand any paint or do anything like that. It just cut right through, and that van is bonded from one end to the other. And so the ATOS works really good on that mount.
Mr. Mudd, welcome. This can't be the clear tone you're speaking of, Mike, because I have one of these, and it's one of their cheapest ones. There must be a better version.
I think that's it.
Here's the one I got in Japan. I still haven't really tested. It looks like the clear tone, but it's got a DSP right here, noise filter, and I can drop it 8 dB here. The noise filter. We'll give it a try.
Is it powered?
No. Over the 3.5 mil, and then you can have an extension right here too. Not bad. I've never seen these over here. It's from Comet, a CSP 60.
Well, he said those things sound amazing, and they're $20.
Mm-hmm.
So it is, because I have one of those. That was in my Jeep.
And those you just showed were big in Japan. AV.
Oh, Colin gets them. He can get them there as well. Yeah, I don't know that I've seen them here.
Yeah, I've got two of the clear tones, and they work really well. And then I've got one that's powered that I have not tried, but it's amplified, and so I have not used it yet. And I was going to use that in the shack because I don't think I need a powered speaker in the car, really.
This is the one I've started using over that clear tone for the Yaesu. And it's marine, I think. Yeah, waterproof. I think it's for marine. But it sounded better in my head, so I had two separate speakers. I think this was on the 400. Yeah, but it's $38.95. It's not as cheap as the MFJ.
Yeah, do you have that adapter for the Yaesu?
It comes with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that I had to buy that.
It slides on that. Yeah, I think it's green. I say it's green. I can't remember.
That's a heck of a review. I drive 90 miles an hour down the highway with the windows down and the metal blasting, could still hear the clear tone.
Really? Wow. Well, yeah, I have to say mine was in the back. I didn't have it all the way up in the front. It was up in the back on the box, the radio box on top. So maybe it was just too far away.
Mics are mounted in the back seat because they were right above my head when I was sitting in the back of his car, and it really did fill that entire the entire SUV with sound. And those are designed when they were designed specifically for voice. That's what I remember about them from like years ago, because it was such a big deal to stay away from like music speakers that had such a range of or it's capable of producing this large range of sound for music, whereas your voice doesn't really do that, especially if all you're doing is talking.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what these were supposedly specifically designed for.
Oh, I guess you can still buy them. $20. Buy them now before Mike buys all of them.
And use KNMRD with checkout.
Use KMRD to get to pay $19.95. Well, he was 90 going north. Yeah, so Mike stopped by Don's today. For those who don't know, Wes has a 24/7 All-Star DMR live stream up. You can test your audio. Wes, for some reason, my All-Stars stopped working. I was connected earlier. I tried to connect to Jason's tonight. Nothing's connecting, so I don't know what's going on. Let's see. Just looking through some stuff here.
Do you have All-Star 3 or UNUN 2?
I have whatever's the newest thing I was told to get.
Okay. I think I saw you install it, and I was wondering why you weren't putting the All-Star 3. Because the All-Star 2 has the, you can website, and you can browse to it and connect through the website and all that. You don't have to send the DTMF tones and everything. It is just absolutely slick.
All-Star, right?
Yeah, All-Star 3.
I connect to it by putting in its IP address, if that's what you mean. No?
No, you put in the force, like for Jason, he'd put connect and then 46136, and you hit connect, and it goes. The thing goes off and connect, and you're doing that through a website.
Oh, you go to the website. Gotcha.
Yeah, it's the website that's produced by the like Pi or whatever you're running it on.
No, here, let me. Well, I can't show you. It's gonna turn. I'll do it, but it'll turn my light off. Actually, let me pull up.
His light is UHF.
UHF for some reason.
You get a VHF light.
It zaps my ring light in the middle, so I'm gonna go dark a little bit. Here, let me show you. So I do use the Mobi Termex. This I've been trying to change to make sure the settings are right.
Oh, MOBA Xterm. You're going in through a console.
Yeah. Well, I was trying to log in today to make sure the settings were right. I don't know what would have changed on its own.
Well, and see this one, you can go in through this one, and if you need to get a terminal on it, you click terminal on the website, and it brings up a terminal inside the browser.
Okay, so here's what we get. And I've double checked. It's on the router. The IP is static. The port is open.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I get now.
Yeah, I think you're on All-Star 2 or the older All-Star.
And then if I hit R and occasionally all of a sudden it'll pop up. I can log in. Oh, cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I try to get on here and I do the whole star 3, whatever number. And it just goes, it just chirps and nothing's happening. So I don't know what changed from this morning.
I would honestly recommend you reinstall with All-Star 3.
Another video.
Yeah, well, I mean, and you know who Freddie Mac is, right? Yeah, go watch his channel installing All-Star 3. It really is dead simple. Now, despite all of the problems that Jason was having doing it today, that was all because he was doing it on a virtual machine. But if you're just doing it on a Pi or something, I mean, it's dead simple, and it'll come up, and you do go through some of the same stuff, but once you do the install and you get an IP address on your box, then everything else is done in the website. So you'll browse to it. Even the terminal windows, when you go through and do terminal, it's through the website.
Here. I rebooted it.
Yeah, that fixes so many problems, honestly.
And I've done that 3 times.
Well, mine right now, I can actually like.
A5VOP.
Yeah, you're at least getting voice.
IP address
I mean, it's connected.
192.168.1.11.
That's the static IP I assigned. 60139, Wes. Light's going to go out. All it does, beep. Can't get it to work. Yeah, I can't get it to work, Wes. I was connected this morning listening. Tested the audio last night, worked. Tried on Jason's today, didn't work.
Yeah, I'm actually connecting to his node, and I can see that, like, when people are talking, I can see that, like, my S meter goes up and down as people talk, but I don't hear a thing.
Yeah, I actually adjusted my audio yesterday, Wes. I left in the live stream before it changed. And I got the audio working. And people testing, he's linked with, what is it? Talk something 91? Talk group 91? So it's so nice, Wes, what you've done with it. It's amazing. So for All-Star DMR, she's going to tell me the time now, too. Shut up. So what I'm wanting to do is similar, but with Wires X, and then I want to do a weekly wellness check-in net. But I'm still waiting on a node assignment from Yasu. Yeah, it's beautiful. Whatever you've done recently, the interface is a lot cleaner and nice now. Rounded out. Sorry. But I think I'm going to have to go soon, guys.
Yeah, I think you're starting to look a little run down there.
Funny thing is all day it's been clear. Throat, it's been clear. A little bit of sinus stuff. And then now it's time to go to bed and I want to sleep, right? I don't want to cough and wait. Now my throat's going to act up.
Howdy, Walter.
Oh, Walter, thank you. Yes. I'm going to put those in the Discord. Hold on. I'm glad you logged on. I would have totally forgot. Walter is the buddy that was with me at Ham Fair in Tokyo. Oh, wait, you emailed him, didn't you? Let me get these for the upcoming legislation. I probably need a new ring light. It's in the way.
Should we rename those the anti-Karen bills?
Yeah. See, Walt. Yeah, I think he emailed them to me. Yep. Okay, so these are the letters for Texas residents, I think, right? Walter. Yeah, these are the letters for us in Texas. I get all 3. Okay. Oh, yeah, I think I got them. Isn't it a PDF? Why is it asking me to? I want to download another app. Pages. I don't know what app that uses. Why isn't that open? What app does that use, Walter? PDF. Why isn't my PDF reading it? I'm not sure why it's not reading them.
Well, he said it's an Apple. So send them to Mike and he'll open them for you.
What I'm going to do is if someone, I'm going to throw them in Discord. D posted New Jersey's Guide to Aircraft Identification. Let's see. I'll put them in. I'll put them at the very top. It's going to be in general. I need someone to convert those to whatever PC can read. Let's see. Let's do. There's 3 letters. Bill 1, Bill 2. It goes to Bruce and Cornyn. If someone can convert those and put them back up as
That's
Word doc or PDF or something. It says .pages, so.
And I've heard word that they're looking at some other avenues already, besides just this one bill.
So I put them in here.
Just about ham radio. It's got some other stuff on it too.
Yeah, I put them in here, 3 files. If someone could do that knows how to convert from pages to PDF or whatever, or to go to the website. Walter, do you have the link? Let's see. Let's get the link out there. What was it? HR what? Not puffin stuff.
Doug, I'm looking forward to watching that video at the no drill setup you got. Oh, you may be getting me sick.
Through the microphone.
Yeah.
I wore a mask around the house for a week. Hopefully not get anyone sick. I think it's a sinus infection at this point.
Neti pot, that neti pot, I'm telling you, it's a miracle. They got a machine that you can plug up and it injects and catches it all. The trick is you got to tilt forward. If you tilt back, you're going to get it down your throat.
No, I use the one where you force it and it shoves it all out. I do it every morning and night. Okay, so here, let's go here, guys.
Okay, Doug, I will check it out.
And here are the that's the 900 megahertz.
I'm making you full screen. Oh.
Yeah, so go to the advocacy page and try to find a link to write your senator. Usually they have a pre-filled out somewhere. I don't see anything.
The problem with that is that's going to get ignored.
What's that?
Because, well, the thing is, if you read on the people that are proposing it, it's actually they do say in there it's not really amateur radio they're interfering with. They're interfering with mesh-tastic. It'll essentially kill the mesh-tastic nodes, but amateur radio, it supposedly is too light to interfere with amateur radio 900 megahertz frequencies. So it's really more targeted at the 918 megahertz frequencies
I think
that are free to the public.
It's a, if I remember right, it's a GPS company. So depends on how much money they pay the government, and they'll probably side with them.
Yeah, and they're producing a new GPS standard, or a on-Earth GPS standard is what they're trying to do, and it's like really, and they claim it's for redundancy. It is ridiculous. They don't really need. I don't see the need. And the thing is, like, if you're in the woods or something like that, they can't possibly cover places like that.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be as effective as satellites are.
Well, we'll have to see, but look into it. I think there was a time, because I did a stream on that before, and there was a timeline to get stuff in, but hopefully we'll find out. Because I just barely started in Meshtastic. It'll suck if I can't do any of that now.
Well, they're not going to outlaw it. It's just that you'll get, you'll have a difficulty with it because they'll be blasting over you.
Yeah. I mean, it'll make it unusable if it's always going.
Yeah. Because I think they're asking for secondary access. That's the reason it's not expected to interfere with amateur radio, like the 902 megahertz repeaters.
Yeah. You guys hear him? Guy checking in?
I can't hear your radio.
You can't hear it?
Nope.
Oh.
Well, hang on. I'm listening to Discord because I can't talk with Don unless I just cut out Discord. So he may be on the main deal.
Okay, so he's got Echolink too. So, check it out. Anyway, all right, guys. Check out the links. Yeah, I was hoping to work tomorrow, but I don't know. This ain't gonna happen like this. For some reason, I lost my ham clock. Weird. All right. Well, guys, thanks for the Ragchew. Woodchuck over and out. But yeah, my brother gets back on the ham radio. I get him hooked back up to the local frequencies. Well, I got my radio license, and he says, "Oh, I think I have mine." I'm like, "What do you mean you think you have your ham? How do you forget? How do you not know?" Well, I got it a while back, and ended up he had a VX7 tribander Yaesu something. And long story short, we got him a tri-band big fiberglass antenna put up on his house. Got it, I think, grounded down. And then he's like, "Hey, let's test it." Gets on, and he says something like, when we're signing off, he says, "All right, 10-4, good buddy." I'm like, "Oh no, why'd you do that?" And sure enough, man, someone comes on. "That's not a ham radio code," and told him. So embarrassing me. Appreciate it.
Imagine having to juggle multiple radio services where you have to do a different thing for each one.
Yeah. Well, hopefully next week, my sickness will actually be 100% gone, and I can actually talk. This is literally 2 weeks now. I got grandkids coming this week. I'm going to try to hook them up to the Santa 80-meter net, see if they can talk to Santa.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, try to have some fun with them here in Texas, Fort Worth Stockyards, and maybe the Perot Museum or something. But thanks everyone for stopping by and putting up with my coughing and everything. I just didn't want to not stream. I can get through this if you guys can put up with it.
Yeah, it's been fine, but I do hope you feel better.
Thanks. Michael put a video out today on what was the area called again?
Christmas and Grandscape's entertainment area near
yeah.
where I live.
Yeah, the entertainment area, they have a lot of stuff. I've been out there for Cinco de Mayo and just some Christmas lights and stuff. I think he's got some more he'll do.
It's usually pretty hopping, but economy is a little different this year.
Yeah,
because we're building back better. So
yeah. All right, and Douglas, and to those others interested, I'll get on that stuff once I'm caught up, and probably after my grandkids leave, maybe after Christmas sometime. We'll get going on targeted and scheduled contacts. So we'll get that going.
Well, I'm going to go grab something to eat and watch Doug's video on No Drill.
That's going to be it. Thanks, everyone, for the conversation. And we'll see you next week on Sunday Night Ragchew 73s. Stay prepared. Stay safe.
Take care now. Bye.